Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Tumi. I am an intuitive reader. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you've done any of those, thank you so much. And this is for Scorpio July 2020. And this is a timeless reading. So this isn't day specific, and also this is general, so this may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus sign, book a personal reading with me, or check in next month. And the way I do my reading is I break it down to general, career, and then love. And I already pre-shuffled the cards to save time, so I'm going to go ahead and pray and then get into the reading. Dear God, thank you for waking us up this morning and for us to see another day. And I just pray for the Scorpio collective that they can receive this reading. And also, I want to pray that you will answer all of their prayer requests and needs. And I continue to pray for those who are affected by COVID-19, praying for protection of essential workers, praying for praying for those who are grieving a loss of their family member or loved one due to COVID-19. And I'm also praying for families and loved ones of Black victims who have lost their lives to police brutality or white supremacy. I pray that justice will be served and that you will hear our cry, our anger, and our calling for justice to be served. And may you be present in this reading. And I pray for protection of black girls and black women who were sexually assaulted or missing, and or they succumbed to sex trafficking. I pray for safe returns and protection. It is your name that I pray. Ashe and amen. So for the Scorpio Divine Feminines, I can overcome anything that comes my way. So I'm sensing for the Divine Feminines that a breakthrough is coming. You could have gone through a lot of obstacles to get to where you are at today. And Spirit is going to bring breakthrough towards you. And also what I'm getting to is that some of you guys could be strong-willed and very determined and hardworking and consistent, and no matter what life throws at you, you just keep going. And others of you, I encourage you to keep going and know that you can overcome anything, and to be soft on yourself, and that you're human, and you're stronger than you know. Just keep the faith and keep pressing on. And for the general Scorpio collective, I have my income potential has no limits. I determine how much I make, and I choose to be wealthy. I always have more than enough of everything I need. And then I possess the wisdom, the inspiration, the motivation, the passion, and the power to accomplish everything I choose. It is safe to look within. As I move through the layers of other people's opinions and beliefs, I see within myself a magnificent being, wise and beautiful. I love what I see in me. A beautiful harvest. I cherish the companion Spirit has given me. I honor those who share my life. I bless their talents, abilities, gifts, and personalities. I see them as divinely led, divinely placed in connection to me and to our mutual unfolding. Pleasure. I take pleasure in my sense of touch. It grounds me in the physical world. It connects me to my surroundings. My sense of touch receives love and expresses it. My sense of love receives care and expresses it. Change. Take the step now. Next step now. Simplify your life. You've had so much going on that you're spread too thin. This has to change now so your vitality can recharge. Reflect God's compassion. Be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you. Ephesians 4 verses 32. Acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. Virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Finally, I have freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. So what I'm getting is that for a lot of you guys, I'm getting the sense that you're living in your truth. You're outgrowing your current belief system. You're spiritually transforming. And what I'm also getting to is that you're setting yourself free, and others look to you as an example because you're living in your truth. You're standing in your truth. Others of you, you could be feeling like you're in bondage, or you could feel trapped, and you want to live in your authentic self, but some blockages are standing in your way. And what I'm also getting to is that others of you could be manifesting money, and others of you could have a possible opportunity to make another source of income. Some of you guys are already adding another stream of income to what you already have. And what I'm getting to is that some of you guys could be very knowledgeable, and others can see you as intellect, and people are drawn to you because of that. People also could be motivated by your passion of spreading the truth, maybe waking up the masses. What I'm also getting to is that you could be very good at manifesting, and others can come to you in regards to manifesting, because some people might look at you as a good luck charm. And also what I'm getting is God provides. Like you're gonna have some blessing. It doesn't have to be limited to financial, but I just sensing that you can have a blessing come towards you. And also what I'm getting to for some is that God is going to supply all of your needs in abundance. And what I'm also getting to is that others, you could be in a hermit mode, or you could have spent long periods of time in isolation, going within and finding yourself. And also what I'm getting to is that you're knowing yourself, and knowledge of self, and that you're loving yourself. And also You could be a safe haven to others. People feel like they can be themselves around you. I don't know, but I'm getting that for some, although we're not in a career, that you could be a social worker, or you could be involved in social services. Like, people really look to you. And for others of you, on the other hand, some of you could be like very closed off and not really a people person, and spirit is challenging you to be more open and to be more acceptance towards others and to be compassionate towards others and give people room and space to grow and to change. Don't try and change them and who you want them to be. Don't force anything on anyone. Just flow, just listen, and without passing judgment, and love others for who they are and meet them halfway. And I promise that everything is gonna flow. Don't force anything. Like, this is, well, yeah, but for me, like, like others around me, like, they're very inspired by me and things like that. And I don't really talk openly about my spiritual journey. I'll like share on social media, or I'll talk about it on my channel, but it's like I will like talk a little, but it's not in a way where like I'm forcing people and things like that. Like, I just I don't know how to say, like, I just, bear with me, y'all. Like, I guess lead by example, and I just let my fruit sown itself. I don't know how to, but I guess lead by example, and I do less talking and more action. Like, I would, share like, oh, like I meditate, or like binaural beats I listen to, but churches and spiritual centers I watch when it goes like virtual services and stuff, but I never like force them or anything. And even like, being Christian growing up, like, I'll talk about my testimony, or like in college I would go to like Bible study, or like I used to be involved in the Christian fellowship. I'll go to their meetings and things like that, and then like my friends, some of them will be interested, will find out, or like they'll follow right along and join me and things like that. Like, I offer the invitation and stuff, but I never like force them to join me. And that's just me in general. Like, I'll talk about it a little and things like that, but I'll never like force it. And I leave it up to the person whether or not they want to inquire, or like if they want to join me. So saying that, share my story is, let others, come to you and meet them halfway and give them an opportunity to grow. And, don't force, anybody to do anything. Just let them come. And what I'm getting to is that some type of change is coming towards you. What I'm getting to is that some of you guys could be relocating and probably like making some changes in your life. And yeah, with the take the next step now card, like, Spirit is urging you to take the next step towards something. I don't know what it could apply to anything. Maybe you need to make some type of change in your life. Others of you could be sages and old souls. And that's pretty much, did I cover? No, I didn't cover everything. But and then for others of you, you could be like trying to like learn how to accept yourself. A lot of you guys, I'm getting to that you've been like spending this quarantine like resting and recharging and not doing your best, trying not to overwhelm yourself a lot. And also what I'm getting to is that you're learning how to ground yourself more. You're doing things that brings you pleasure, makes you happy. Some I'm getting like owning your you're owning your sexuality and not repressing it. And what I'm getting to is that divine companionships are coming towards you. And like when I say divine companionship, it doesn't have to be limited to just love and romance. It could be in a form of community and things like that. And Also too, I'm getting like more of like friendships in the community. Maybe like, new partnerships, but I'm getting like more like community wise. And I sense that with these incoming companions, like you guys would like exchange like spiritual gifts, like probably like work together, work on a project, possibly like start a spiritual center or like a church or like something. I'm getting like with starting up. And also to, yeah, I'm getting like people with like different spiritual gifts, so you guys can like collaborate and do something together for God's kingdom. What I'm getting. And yeah, just meet others halfway, love and accept people for who they are. Don't overwhelm yourself. Keep loving yourself and keep living in your truth. And also be free, set yourself free from bondages and be open, and just know that God provides, and expect some blessings and some change coming towards you, and do what you need to do to take the next step. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead into the career part. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. Books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Love partnership. Block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. And finally, I have quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So you could be involved in a career with your significant other, or your calling could include someone that you're in union or going to be in spiritual union with. And others of you, I'm getting that you could meet your next significant other through your career and calling. Both you and your partner could be light workers involved in the spiritual career. And others of you could maybe your calling could be like, matchmaking or bringing people together and things like that, like matchmaking and stuff, and helping people find love and things like that. By the way, check out my collective singles love reading. But anyways, yeah, and then like others of you could be like doing a lot of reading and researching, trying to like find out like what area interests you, what abilities and talents that you have, and trying also others. What I'm getting for others of you, you're trying to figure out what your spiritual gifts is, and you could be a light worker yourself. You could bring like light and love into your career calling. And some of you guys could be students, like college students. Maybe some of you could be getting like GED, some type, high school diploma, GED, a college degree. And again from earlier, that you guys could have been, spending this time like retreating and resting, not really working much. Probably for some, you could have gone through a job loss, and then like, since you lost your job, I mean, there's been a lot of unemployment during this time. Well, while I'm taping this, we're in the pandemic currently while I'm taping this. So saying that, like, if you lost your job and stuff, like, you could have been like applying for other places and things like that, but possibly you just probably took a break from applying and just been doing a lot of catching up on a lot of rest. Maybe you just chilling and like watching Netflix, or like doing a lot of like resting and recharging, not really like focused on your career, because like finding a job, like, because you just been on a go, so you just been resting and things like that. And others of you could be concentrating on like doing fun things, and or like maybe investing in like your hobbies, or like other skills that you're good at, but you couldn't really like focus on it because of your job before the lockdown and quarantine had happened. And what I'm also getting is too, like, some of you guys could be coming out of this resting and retreat, and you're blocking distractions, and you're going back to focusing on what it is that you want to accomplish, and your goals and your dreams. And also too, with the block out distractions card, like, spirit wants you to like stay focused so you can find out like what it is that you're supposed to do next. Like, I'm getting to, like, you could be getting spiritual downloads too from God and your ancestors and the spiritual realm. It's just that you have to like block out distractions and like meditate and pray and things like that. And for those of you who are light workers, like, continue to spread love and light, but make sure you take care of yourself and don't let anybody drain you so much, and make sure you practice boundaries and practice balance. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and transition to the love and romance part of the reading. So I have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Abundance. Rebirth. And then wait. So for some of you guys, you could be going through a spiritual awakening, or like a spiritual transformation. And what I'm getting also too, you've just been doing the inner work, you've been doing the shadow work, you've been doing the healing, and you've been waiting on divine timing for your love life to improve, and for God to send you the right man, the right woman. And I'm getting possibly for some, that new love is coming towards you. For some, I'm getting intuitively that you could be meeting your next partner through your friends, or like if you're already in a committed relationship, or like you're in marriage or in union, you could have met this person through your friends. You guys could have mutual friends. And what I'm getting to is that your marriage could be going through a rebirth. And what I'm getting to is that for some, you could be planning a wedding. Congratulations to those who are getting married. You could be planning either a wedding or vow renewal, and your community or friends could be helping you. your mutual friends, you and your partner's mutual friends could be in the wedding party. Or if not in the wedding, if you don't have a wedding party, like your friends and community, even family are and your loved ones are helping you out with this either wedding or vow renewal. And what I'm getting to is that you could feel at home with this person, or if you're like single, it could be somebody you've known before. Like the next person you feel at home, you'll feel at home with them. And what I'm also getting to, I kind of said it, but like, your friend could be like playing matchmaker on the low and you just don't know it. What is it blind date like that? Yeah. Your friend could be setting up a blind date and you don't even know. Like, probably what I'm getting for some, this is not going to apply for everyone, that your friend is probably thinking you've been single for too long and it's time for you to meet somebody. And it like definitely it's timing. Your friend is setting you up with somebody, and I just want to prepare you, like on the low they could be setting you up with somebody. And generally speaking, I'm sensing abundance, whether you're single or not. Abundance is coming in your love life. You can be involved with somebody that have money, or possibly your next partner could have money. And just continue to wait on divine timing, and continue to focus on yourself. Again, congratulations to those who are getting married. And even your person could be part of your community and part of your friendship circle, and you don't know it because maybe it's not the right time for the person to be revealed, or it's just like in the sense that you're overlooking them. And what else am I getting? Yeah, that's pretty much it. You could be going to a friend's wedding soon, or yeah. That's all that I have for you, Scorpios. I'm sending you love, abundance, positive energy. Take care, be safe, be blessed. Bye.